The Philadelphia 76ers acquisition of James Harden from the Brooklyn Nets in exchange for Ben Simmons was one of the most talked about tales of the trade deadline. However, in reality, while this move may benefit the 76ers in the short term, it does not elevate them to the top of the NBA's power rankings. This isn't even close. Here are 3 reasons why the Sixers will not win the NBA championship. At number 3, their team is full of massive egos. Let's be fully honest about this. When it comes to huge personalities, these are 2 of the most prominent figures in the industry. In this case, we're talking about Joel Embiid and James Harden. Embiid is one of the most energetic players in the league and isn't afraid to express his views when the situation calls for it. Whenever he encounters an issue with anything or someone, he will communicate his concerns to you. That leaves Harden, who recently requested to be traded from the team with which he played for a second time in less than 2 seasons. There's sure to be some level of drama on his end of the bargaining table. Their enormous personalities play a significant role in the uncertainty around this pairing's potential success. Expect a flurry of activity if even the tiniest detail fails to go smoothly. At number 2, they lack chemistry. There are many people who dismiss the idea of chemistry when it's mentioned. However, it is a genuine phenomenon. Take a look at some of the champions who have claimed championships in the recent years. Obviously, there are outliers with the 2020 Lakers, 2019 Raptors, among others, but on the whole, it takes years for a championship squad to emerge. After losing their first season, the Miami Heat needed to improve internally, the Golden State Warriors needed to improve internally, and the Milwaukee Bucks needed time, and so on and so forth. As a result, assuming that Embiid and Harden will instantaneously develop a great synergy while playing together is a risky assumption. This is something they'll have to get used to when they play with one another. Rather than simply slowing them down, the fact that they haven't yet played together could really be detrimental to their performance. The Sixers have had a successful season because of the outstanding play of Joel Embiid, but adding Harden to the mix could jeopardize that success. Embiid has had the ball in his hands for a significant portion of the season, which has contributed to the team's success with that recipe. Harden is going to have the ball in his hands more frequently now, without a doubt. On the court, Embiid has been given the freedom to express himself, post up, shoot threes, and take advantage of the fast break. He's had the entire control over the offense for the Philadelphia 76ers. Transferring control of the ball away from him and placing it in Harden's hands will be fraught with difficulties. It's going to take the Sixers some time to get their act together. And at number 1, the competition. To the extent that it hadn't already become evident, the Eastern Conference is incredibly packed this season. There isn't a single club in the top 8 who will be an easy out when the postseason rolls around. Let's take a look at each team on the list. The Miami Heat are a legitimate NBA team. Erik Spoelstra might well be the best coach in the business, and they're the type of club that can beat you no matter what and who they have on the roster any given night. Then there's the Chicago Bulls, who play in the NBA. They have been sliding in recent weeks, but once they regain their services of their defensive-minded backcourt, they should be pumped up and ready to go for the postseason run. This list would be incomplete without mentioning Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks for obvious reasons. The defending champions are still considered one of the favorites to win the Eastern Conference. Afterward, there are the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Toronto Raptors, and the Boston Celtics to consider. In addition, when the Brooklyn Nets return to full health and readiness to compete, they will be included. Furthermore, if the Sixers make it into the Eastern Conference Finals, the Western Conference contains several elite teams as well. Consider the Phoenix Suns, the Golden State Warriors, and the Memphis Grizzlies to name a few. The Phoenix Suns will not have an easy route to win this season. As a matter of fact, this postseason has the potential to be one of the most competitive in recent memory. Well guys, thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so that you never miss any videos. We'll see you guys next time.